AMD stock after earnings dropped like 9%. Let's see why. And let's see if the stock will be able to continue growing as fast as it did this year so far. Let's first quickly look at the chart. From the dip, from the bottom in April, only April, it's up 117% as of right now. My cost basis is around 100, so I am up 72%, about 70% already this year. And I started making videos about AMD stock in I think 17 or 16 of May, and it's up 45%. So first let's look at the earnings, and then we're gonna look at the big picture. So let's look at Q2 earnings. The revenue itself was 7.7 billion, which is 32% up year over year, which is great. Honestly, the earnings were not anything special. What was special is the guidance and the context in bigger picture. And by the way, the EPS was a miss. So could that be the reason for the drop? Probably in some part, but we have to look at the bigger picture. So first of all, revenue growth. As you can see sort of cycles, and right now the revenue growth is accelerating, meaning it gets better and then it gets better and then it gets better. And so far AMD is riding that wave, and the stock price is also riding that wave. But in my opinion, this wave is only beginning, and large part of that is MI 350. But we'll talk about this a little later. Now let's talk about the guidance. So the revenue for the guidance is 8.7 billion, which in it by itself, it's really great. As I told before, this quarter it was 7.7 billion, so 1 billion up. And this guidance is ahead of the Wall Street. So it seems pretty good, right? But actually, it's even much better. First of all, this guidance doesn't include China sales. Because as most of you know, Trump administration forbid selling the chips to China, and that at the point of making this forecast, it was unknown whether that will change. But by now, we know that sales are going to happen to China, although with some kind of a tax, but whatever, regardless. The China sales are another reason why we may be even higher than this guidance number. Another thing, for those who have followed AMD for a long time, Lisa Su is doing the opposite of what Elon is doing. She's not pumping the stock, she's not getting people hyped up, she's doing the opposite. She's sandbagging. She's always very conservative with the guidances, and always trying to say some lower number for the next quarter or the next year. And she has been consistent throughout her role as a CEO. And with all this into consideration, and the fact that MI 350 is only now starting to ramp up the new chip, we could expect at least 9 billion, which will be a massive beat. So the growth continues, and it continues strongly. Let's go further. This is free cash flow, arguably the most important metric for any business. The whole purpose is to make money, and cash flow is the single best metric that is reflecting that. And as I told before, we are now at the start of the cycle where AMD is growing massively and everything is starting to get good. Right now we are for cash flow at the previous cycle's highest point, but everything is only starting. As I said before, MI350 is only now ramping up. And what's gonna happen when MI400 is coming out? Whee. So this is a little reminder to subscribe if you want to see more updates. I do weekly videos and I update stocks like AMD or maybe PayPal or Tesla and more. And if you like the video, like the video. So the roadmap, everything is going exactly as planned. Right now 350 is here. This one, it's very competitive in many areas. It's arguably better than Nvidia's Blackwell. It also has slightly different goals and purposes than Nvidia's chips. I have talked about this a lot more in my other videos, so feel free to check them out. I have like 3 videos already, even though my channel is like 3 months old. And yeah, MI400, it has been in development, it's in the development. Everything is according to plan, going according to plan, so we can all be hyped up. And yes, in summary, I do believe we are only at the beginning of this massive growth cycle. The opportunity is massive. The company is executing brilliantly. Not only the CEO Lisa is doing brilliantly, but also everybody on AMD's team. I'm not even thinking about selling the stock anytime soon. But remember to do your own research. I'm not your financial advisor, nor is any other YouTuber. So do the research yourself so you can sleep at night. And check out my other videos. Remember to subscribe and like the damn video. Bye.